Good morning and welcome to the craft room. I'm Ellie Barnes. I'm really glad you can join me today. I really love our Saturdays where we get together and craft along and make something that useful, something that we can use. Today we're going to make a birthday card with the Attention Shoppers stamp set. But before we get started, I want to tell you a funny story about the Attention Shoppers bundle that I have. I actually lost a stamp, and it was the one we're working with today. Get it up, get it over. It's this one here. I couldn't find it anywhere. I realised it had gone missing, not just the stamp, but the stamp on the block. So we cleaned out the entire craft room, thought we'd done really well. The craft room looks magnificent, but the stamp was gone, and so was the block. So eventually I gave in and bought myself another stamp set because I couldn't live without this one, and I'd actually been wanting to make this card with you. Got the new stamp set, was about to start using it when all of a sudden I noticed a block stuck back on the back of one of my display boards. Yes, it had sat there for over a month waiting to be discovered, and finally I did. So that's the story of why I've been taking so long to get back to this stamp set. Now I have two, but that's okay. We'll sort that out as time goes by. But today we get to use the Attention Shoppers stamp set again, and I will show you a card that I think is a lot of fun to make and really quite easy. So let's get down to the desk and have a look. So just bear with me because you know I'm not very good at this. I have to do all sorts of things to get you there. There's the roof. We always have a look at the roof. There's the desk. Why have we got all that? We're going, something I've done wrong. I have to move you along. I've got it. Oh. I've really mucked it up today. Now I've lost, this has gone loose. I've knocked it and it's gone loose. Let's get it. I'm going to start this again. Let's get this going. Oh. You might give up on me today. Oh. Let's switch this around. But we've still got all that under there coming up. I don't know why. So we might just... I'd say my stand must have been knocked. So let's see what we can do. What can we do? What can we do? Oh, well. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, that's looking a bit better. We're very high up, aren't we? Anyhow, I don't know why it's looking like that. Let's see if we're going live and what you're seeing. I'm only looking through the camera and I think it looks a mess. Oh, yes. We've got a huge area in the camera today. So what I might do is try and bring it down a bit. I don't know why it's like this today. But if we bring it down to there, that gives you a little bit closer look, doesn't it? And we'll work out the rest next time. I don't know what I've done. It just isn't showing like it usually does. Let's get started. So here's the Attention Shoppers. We're going to concentrate on just this stamp and happy birthday, and we're going to use that die. So we'll get that die out. I've already got the stamps up on the blocks. Let's get started. I'll put the die in my trusty little dish for later. I'm going to do a card using, I chose a piece of paper here and I'll show you what colours are on. This is a piece of paper and this is out of, I should have had the list, shouldn't I, of what it's out of. That's out of this set, Full of Life. And I'm using one of the backs. That's the front. I'm using this back piece. I just love the colours, and I'm particularly concentrating on, we're going to end up cutting the top of this off. I'm concentrating on these two colours, which is Berry Burst and Coastal Cabana. So let's get started on that. Yes, say hi if you've just joined me. I've had a bit of we've not got the camera right today, but I haven't got, don't want to hold you up while I try and sort it out, so we're just making the best of it. So we're just doing a normal card front. I'll just fold the card over. We'll get all this cutting out of the way. And then I'm going to do a border, and I'll do a border both inside and out. So this is just going to be 1/2 centimetre smaller than my card front. And we'll do it at 10, so that's 10 by 14.3 we're doing. And we'll do one for inside the card too while we're here. Put all my little scraps here so I can put them away. If they're a centimetre or over, they go back in to be used again. Although sometimes I keep these little strips because they can be fun to play with. Now for inside the card, I need this one to be oh, that doesn't look straight at all. Let's get this side there. 3 under 10, because it's just going to sit and make it have a Coastal Cabana border. And on this side it will be 14. So that's that done. That's most of the cutting is done. And this will be the same as that white piece that goes in the centre. It will be 3 under 10 centimetres, so 9.7. I'll save that bit. That's a good piece I can use for something else. And this one's going to be 14 again. So that's all the cutting we need to do. I'll put this over here. Last week we were doing Craft Alive, and I've had a week without being in front of the camera, and I seem to lost all that I was doing. Now, before we go on, what have we got to do? We're going to do some stamping. And I was going to get some prepared, but I didn't. So we're just going to have to go through it all. So the first thing we're going to stamp is 2 shopping baskets here. And I'll put 1 shopping basket here. And I'm going to stamp a shopping basket on here. And 1 on here. And 1 on here. So 6 shopping baskets, which will make 3. And I'll show you the trick. I wanted to have shopping bags that, in fact, I'm going to cut these coloured ones in a minute. I'm not, oh no, we'll do it properly, Ellie, do it properly. We'll go through the cut and emboss machine. So let's get them all set up, ready to go through. And while we're doing the cut and emboss machine, we'll also do embossing. I'm going to use this lovely big embossing folder and emboss this piece of paper too. So we'll get all the big shot, I still call it the big shot. We'll get all the cut and emboss done first. So we'll start off with the baskets. So this has just got to be whipped through, unfortunately, 3, 5, 3, get it right. Can't add up today. 3 and 3 makes 6. There we go. I'm just going to whip it backwards and forwards so it's quick. Stuck new plates, or a new top plate. I thought I'd better do that because you might want to, couldn't see through my plates very well, so I've got some fairly new plates. The bottom one's a bit used, but the top one, can't get. You can tell this isn't how I normally do it, because I can never get it right on this when I'm working on the side like this. So I'm going to turn it more the way I do it. I normally have the machine facing me, you see. And then we might be a bit quicker. I should have it higher up, shouldn't I? I'll just... whip these all through. I wanted to make something a bit brighter today. I don't know what it's like where you are, but today we are not going to hit double figures. It's going to stay around. The highest we'll get is 8 if we're lucky. So these are the days I miss the old open fireplace we used to have. I don't miss the mess it used to make, or the asthma it caused in my daughter. But I do miss sitting around on a cold day in front of an open fire. Oh, isn't it exciting watching someone do the same thing over and over again? Sorry, folks, I should have been more prepared. I've only got 2 more to go. And lucky last. Now we put that over there so we don't lose it. We're going to take that and put it away. I'm changing plates now. I'm using this, what do they call it? So swirly embossing folder, but because it's not a 3D embossing folder, I've got my plate 1 and 2. I'm going to put the paper in. And I'm going to put the specialty plate for embossing on top, and I've got it too far forward, but there it goes. Right, we say goodbye to you, Mr. Cut and Emboss Machine. So there we go. We've got a nice swirly embossed pattern. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to hold it close so you can see all that lovely swirly embossed pattern on the this cardstock designer series paper. And we've got our 6 shopping baskets. And they go together as pairs. And what we're going to do is, first of all, I'm just going to quickly cut around the handle. And then that will sit there. But I need to cut through this little line here to cut out the inside of the shopping bag. And if I cut it on the line, when I glue it back down, it's less noticeable. And then I can just cut down there. Now there is another way of doing this if you aren't into fussy cutting as much. You can cut it straight across and colour in the handle, which I can show you on another card after. But this way we can glue that onto there and the handle's the same as the shopping bag. In fact, what I might do is this one, I might show you the other way. So I'm just going to cut this all the way across. So you see it's got no handles, so now the handle's half and half, and I'll show you how we fix that. And this one I'll do this way. So there's two ways of doing this. One's a lot easier than the other, and it just depends on how much you like to fussy cut and what effect you'd like your shopping bag to have. So there's that one cut. I'll just cut that little edge bit off. And again, I'm going to cut in here. And there we have it. So, if I get my glue, we'll glue this one first. And we'll glue this one. I need a little bit up there. And this one. Now, we'll just pop all this aside out of the road. And I'll show you how, like these ones now have their handles that match their bags. This one doesn't. And all you need to do is take, in fact I might use the other end, take your pen and colour the handle in. Both on the, or your marker pen it is. You can use your blenders as well. And you just colour the handle in, and so that it matches, because it will be a slightly different colour to the cardboard, I colour it all the way around. And so therefore you've got a handle that matches, or you've got a handle like that. So now we'll just quickly, I haven't got my chamois out yet today. Gosh, I've been slack this morning. Sitting down, trying to keep warm, having coffee. Just going to stamp there. And I did say we were finished with the cut and emboss machine, and we're not. But we are getting there. This one is going to be glued onto here for inside the card. This actually is a fairly quick card, but I think it looks rather good when it's finished. I wouldn't mind receiving this. And so, can't get it straight for love nor money today. There we go. And this one onto this one. What's everyone doing to keep warm today? Now I've got my craft room nice and toasty. I think I'll be staying in here for a bit of the day. And we'll just start getting this all set up so that the inside of the card is quick and simple. And again, your envelope, you can just do the same sort of thing, stamp that on your envelope. And on this one, come on, glue. We're just going to pop that on here. So now I'm going to put that aside and my bags, shopping bags aside. And on the front of the card, I'm going to cut out a white piece. And I decided to use this set. It's called the Radiating Stitches. And I'm going to use this piece to cut out one of these. So let's quickly bring this back. And our cutting plates back. This cutting plate's getting rather bent. We'll have to nudge it straight later. And we'll get rid of you. That aside, and I've got this little piece now I can work with and put my shopping bags on. But I want to add a bit of colour to it, just to make it a little bit fancy. So I'm going to bring in Berry Burst and Coastal Cabana. And my blending brushes. So just dab a little bit. We'll just get, I'm just going to do a little bit here. And a little bit up this end. And in the middle, we'll put some Coastal Cabana. Right. And while we've got the Berry Burst stamp pad open, we'll also, I've got to cut this. It's always, didn't plan this one well, did I? Let's cut this. I need a piece that's about, oh, look, I do it about 1.3, 1.4, or half an inch. I don't want it too big because it's such a small sentiment, this happy birthday. Don't know, that's not straight. Let's make sure the end of this is straight. Oh, we'll do it up here so you can see what I'm doing. That's straight, so let's try and get a straight piece this time. So we want it about there. Stay still. That looks much better. And where's my happy birthday? So we're just going to come in here and put happy birthday on this. Hopefully I can get this straight. It's straight enough, Ellie. It'll do. It's a bit towards the bottom, but it will do. And while we're getting set up, this is my quick, simple banners. I cut the end off and then I turn it round and I cut this end. And that way it's done. Very quick and easy. And these, we're going to now pop these on with dimensionals. So I'm going to pop this one. Oh, actually, before I do pop it on, I want to attach these two together. So I'll just put a little bit of glue here. These two can go together like so. And while that dries, I'll put dimensionals on this one. And we can put that straight on. That gives that other one a few minutes to dry. So that's just going to go there. So the pinks are going on the pinks, and the blues are going on the blues, or bluey green. So as I said, it's Coastal Cabana and Berry Burst, but and one each down the bottom. And that one's going there. And then on the back of this, I'm just going to put one in there and just a dab of glue at the other end. As I said, it's a quick card. And this is just going to fit in over here. And then we'll put these on dimensionals. Oh, hang on, I've missed a bit. I've missed what I was going to do. So I take my little trusty ruler and measure it up. So that's just over 10. So I want a 10.5 piece by, and that's 6.5, so by 7. 10.5 by 7. So let's just quickly do this. Throw that away, throw everything out of the road so you don't, mind you, you've got a very wide view today, so you're seeing everything. I can't show you any further because it's a jumbled mess. I've been busy making invitations to a function. And I've got stuff everywhere because I was designing yesterday. Now I've got to start making. So that goes on there. I just want that to dry so I don't move it. Dry. And then we'll put these on. Do you want to see the invitation I'm making? Give me a thumbs up if you want to see it and I'll show you. Happy to show you it. I'm not using those current products because I'm trying to create a 1920s look. Right, we're just about done here, you know. So that goes on there. Let's get rid of all this out of the road. I'll keep that. And I'll just put a few. These are the iridescent facet gems. And I love that they pick up the colours around them. So I just thought these look good around here. Maybe that one can go. I often do this. I get them on and then I think, I need to adjust them a bit more. Make the triangle. And that's my card for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's just a very simple card, but I love the colours in it. And I think that's just a nice, fun, happy birthday. Right, let me put you back to me. I don't know why we've got such a big view. Oh, there's the blind. There I am. But we're getting there. Hi, Lynette. Look, I will... I don't know what's going on today. The phone tells me it's on a focus of no one can get through to me, but it's not working. So we will work it out slowly each week. It's been a bit of a mess again today, but we're getting there. Hope you enjoyed that and it inspires you to make a card. As I said, I love this attention shopper set, and there's quite a variety. I'll try and get some cards up this week. I've had a bit of a slack time, but with the school holidays, I thought I wouldn't get a chance, but I've got into all sorts of things. Hi, Renee. So I'll try and get some cards up which show some other options you can do with attention shoppers and all the different things they've got to offer in that stamp set. So have a good week, and I look forward to seeing you all soon, and we'll be back next Saturday with something else to play with. Take care. Bye-bye.